Malaika was a princess who did not have any kingdoms or subjects. Although she did not reign over anyone, nor did anyone pay her any tribute, she was a real princess. She was for her parents, Komba and Neri, two elephants who lived in the savannah. Neri, her mother, guided the elephant herd through their long journey across the endless savannah. She kept all the ancestral maps in her prodigious memory. These were the maps that indicated the precise location of all the waterholes. Neri's memory was so great that she could perfectly remember the exact blue of the sky on the night she was born and the number of stripes on a zebra she had seen 23 years ago. Komba did not have such a good memory, but he was strong, and he always carried his beloved princess on his back. From up there, Malaika imagined she could reach up to touch the moon while her father told her stories that made her dream. Komba would always give Princess Malaika the sweetest fruit and honey that the earth gave them. Malaika was always alert. "Ill-hearted men, run!" she would warn when she saw poachers approach. Whenever she saw something interesting, Malaika would always have questions. "What are those strange trees called?" "Those are the sacred Baobab trees. They have the most beautiful flowers," Komba would answer. "But I don't see any flowers," Malaika would respond. "Baobabs are trees that grow upside down. Their flowers grow beneath the earth. True beauty is hard to see." Only memory keepers have the honor of being buried beside a baobab. If you place your ear next to these magical trees, you will hear the stories the griots tell the flowers, explained Neri. They had walked for 5 days when they finally arrived to a waterhole, but it was completely dry. "There isn't any water here either," said Malaika, worried. "The next waterhole is 3 days away," reminded Neri, distressed. It seems as though difficult days had arrived, and something in Komba was changing. "Why can't my father carry me anymore?" asked the princess. "His body is tired, Malaika. He has lost many teeth, and he can no longer eat everything he needs," answered Neri, with great sadness. They waited for 2 days until Komba could lift himself up, when suddenly dark clouds joined in the sky. Neri announced that from the smell in the air, she could tell that the rain was about to come. "It's coming!" The elephants celebrated as they drank this gift from the sky. It seemed as though a miracle had occurred, and they were able to continue for a while longer. But Malaika continued to worry. "Mom, is Dad going to die?" "Anything that lives must also die," answered Neri to Malaika, who was deeply saddened. "And where do we go when we die?" "To the land of memories. When we are kept in memory, we become immortal." A short time after, Komba stopped and delivered himself to the fertile earth of the savannah. "This is where I will stay. It is a perfect place to be sown." "Come here, my princess. You will return to visit me, and I will tell you the most beautiful stories," Komba told Malaika as she caressed his trunk. When Komba closed his eyes for the last time, the entire herd said their goodbyes with a magnificent offering of flowers. We must carry on with our journey, Malaika. Always remember this place. I promise you that we will return, said Neri, before they continued. On some nights, Malaika dreamed that Komba brought the moon down for her and that she could finally hold it in her hands. That is how Komba began to take life in Malaika's memory. Many days passed, and Malaika's legs grew to become long, like those of a young antelope, when one day they returned to the place where they had left Komba. "This place looks familiar, but the Baobab wasn't here," said Malaika as she tried to recognize the place where Komba had died. "Elephants are the seeds of the Baobab trees, Malaika," said Neri. This was a well-kept ancestral secret that she was sharing with the princess. As the sun came down that day, Princess Malaika listened to the most beautiful stories as she held the tree between her arms. Stories that can only be told by the flowers who hold the deep voices of the earth.